What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's Xyber here, Tech and Games Crusader, and we're going to be looking at some things for the Switch that I've acquired over the last few months. It's just taken a long time for me to have the energy to be able to get around. Finally getting to the backlog of things. There's still quite a bit over here that is active that I have more than 4 months old to get through. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. Here we have the Switch OLED new dock. Here's the Switch OLED 7-inch. Here we have a programmable controller similar to the Split Pad Pro from Hori. The only difference is this has a couple of different extras built into it. And then we have the Nexigo NS5 III. And this is actually wireless for the Switch. This is the Galaxy variant A2. So it looks like this. It does come with the center combiner. This retails for $50. This retails for $35. You can see it all the way going up to like $78 sometimes, just because of having such a good D-pad and turbo functionality, as well as extra buttons on the back. And then here is a Fintie or Fintie carry case for the Hori Split Pad Pro controllers and Switch OLED. So this is the only color that was not just straight black or very pastels looking. They didn't have a straight white, so this is what I went with because I do like Galaxy stuff. And then this came out back in November. I've just never had the energy to get around to opening it, so we're going to do an unboxing for that later. So first things first, let's go ahead and get this case opened up, take a look and see what exactly it can handle as far as accommodating, other than these controllers. It is a silk screen design, has a bit of a rubberish grip to it. It is just a TPU covering on an EVA foam that has a lining, I'm guessing. Yeah, it's just molded EVA. Alright, so console goes down here. All these spacers. So the end that, or the side that goes against the screen, there's no control or no game carts on. The other side, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 22, 24, 26, 28, and 30. 30 game cards you can put in here for the Switch, as well as a pocket that you can accommodate for, you know, your Joycons or other things that would not be these. Saying it wants ratings. Quick start guide. One side, one page. You can upgrade it. That's pretty cool. $45-day return, 75-day replacement. Both of those are expired for me because I'm just now getting around to this, and I got this back in June of last year. This isn't the one that I'm basically going to be covering in greater detail. It does come with these stickers. It's kind of cool. This is the one I'll be covering in greater detail because it's actually got built-in batteries on it. This one is just kind of exactly the same way as the Split Pad Pro works. But you have 2 buttons on the back instead of 1. And you have these very pronounced triggers. They look really nice. Good, satisfying click. It's locked in. Got button here to eject. If you have larger hands like I do, this is definitely the way to go. So let's test this case out to see if it fits what it's supposed to fit in these. And it does. Just over 11.5 or 11.25 inches, almost 11.5 inches wide with these on. There's a setting that you do need to change. The analogs, the rubber texture on it feels really nice. Has that same kind of crosshatch as what's on the Xbox One controllers. But it has the concave center on it like the PS4 controllers, the DualShock 4s. Alright, so let's go ahead. By the way, these are programmable macros. There's our see how these look. That looks really good. Oh yeah, just so I can show you real quick before we move on. The reason I have the dock out. They will dock. Not a whole lot of information on here. 6-axis gyro, dual vibration, wireless connection, and wired mode. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into this, see what we got. Waiting on Bembach to get their all white versions of their controllers out, which is very similar to this. This is an actual manual. It's a fold out, but it's still a manual. I've been impressed with most everything that I've received from Nexigo, from ordering from them for going on 3 years now as a company. Bunch of buttons on here. because it is wireless functionality. Got specifications here: 500 milliamps per hour batteries in each controller part, 6 hours of playtime, wireless connection, in color even, showing you how to set it up. Got one macro button on the back of each. Pairing, disconnecting, physical pairing. Turbo speed adjustment. Haptic feedback strength. RGB light setting. And mapping for the rear buttons. And factory reset. So, this feels very suede-like on the artwork on the front. This is just the joining piece for the center between the two. Front of it feels really nice. Back of it, it's solid, but it does feel slightly cheapened. I would like to have seen this be more like the Xbox Series controllers grip or pattern, or like the Elite controllers where it has a rubber-esque grip to it. The analog just has dots around the edges, and then it's concave on the top. This ring does illuminate. These are small, but they are raised up more. They're not analog. These are just buttons on top. So that's one thing already that the other has over this, being analog triggers on the top. At least the pull and the throw on it is analog type. It may not actually be analog as far as the functionality. It may just be digital on-off switches. This one fits more of the inside of the case. Does look really nice in there. Has a smooth rail remove. Very smooth. Join them up and see what it feels like. It is one continuous design. I mean, it feels good. You can see there's USB-Cs on each controller. It seems more gimmick than it does function because it doesn't have a analog control for it. The D-pad on this, it's a little mushy. but because of the hat, you can't press directly in on the center. It's going to go in some direction. It does seem like the analogs. I just feel like the other one felt better. I mean, this one looks good. But as far as function, I mean, that just depends on the person using it. I do wish that there was an all-white version to go with the OLED white configuration. It just looks so good. One moment, guys. What's up, guys? Xyber and I here, Tech and Games Crusader. Hope you guys have a good night, good day, take care. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.